Don't do it. Don't you do it, Mr. Rodriguez. Don't you get my hopes up. You horrible, horrible man. Robert Rodriguez has addressed the potential Alita Battle Angel sequel on Disney Plus. This rumor did the rounds not too long ago, and I did a video on it. I didn't know how true it was. I said that I'm fairly certain I said it was probably bogus, but there are ways that this could work. You know, if they use the same technology that they did for The Mandalorian, there's a potential. I guess some of the models are already built, so it'd be cheaper that way. The motion capture for Rosa, I think her name is Rosa Salazar, I think. The motion capture for her would be the most expensive, but he really does get out on a limb here and actually raise expectations. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like he's positive. Take from that what you will, because he could just be doing that to get people to talk about it, to then go to Disney. Hey, look, guys, people want to do this. But you got to remember as well, Robert Rodriguez is getting in with Disney at the moment, so there is the potential that this could actually be happening. He's doing, he's doing the Book of Boba Fett, I think it was, if I remember rightly. But he's already directed some of a Mandalorian episode, and now he is working further in future. So maybe, but let's dive into it. Right, this article is linked down below. I hope you're all well, ladies and gents. Those in the UK, I just want to say straight from the off, I hope you're all right. Genuinely, we had some terrible news in the UK yesterday, so I hope you're all right. And the terrible news, for those that don't know, is that we're going, despite already being in a nationwide lockdown, we're now in another stricter lockdown. But anyway, Alita Battle Angel director Robert Rodriguez has affirmed that not only is he still interested in directing a follow-up to his live-action adaptation of the Japanese manga Gunm, but that he believes a potential sequel could find a home on Disney Plus. Now, when asked during an interview with Forbes whether a potential Alita franchise could move forward as a streaming exclusive movie or television series, Rodriguez told contributor Simon Thompson that anything is possible. Now that's not the positive part, right? Because I mean that's just PR crap, isn't it? But it was a full-blown conversation. He didn't shrug it off. He didn't sort of just give the one-word answer and, you know, trundle on to something else like they normally do. He goes into great detail about it. So he goes, Disney brought Fox, and they have Disney Plus. So that is worth the conversation. I know other people would love to see another, and I would love to do another one. The director would then continue even further and say that as far as where it would go or how it would be made, streaming has opened up many opportunities such as sequels. It's already, and this is him basically building his case for Disney, it's already a pre-sold concept. It's already got a built-in audience that wants to see it. And then it's delivered to them in a way that's the easiest for them to consume. So, it's not a bad idea. I mean, yeah. Like, he goes into quite a great detail here, to be perfectly honest. And then this article was very clever to point out the things which I, kind of pointed out at the start, is that Rodriguez is no stranger to the value presented by streaming platforms, as in addition to his production of We Could Be Heroes, he also guest directed the Mandalorian episode The Tragedy, and he will also be executive producing, so this is him getting in with Disney, he's executive producing the Book of Boba Fett. So there you go, I knew he was on board for something. So as an executive producer, if he's bringing money into the system and he's going to reap the rewards of it, that could be part of a deal further down the line for Alita as a sequel. Now, obviously, he doesn't own the rights to Alita. That's what's really important here. And what is again important here is that Disney brought Fox, yes, but it's James Gunn who I believe owns James Cameron. They are two different people. I believe it's James Cameron that actually owns the rights to Alita. He didn't like James Cameron's quite clever. He doesn't tend to sell them on. So that would be the major problem there. Is Rodriguez doesn't own the rights, but he'd be happy to do it. Now here we go anyway. So interestingly enough, a previous rumour first reported by UK-based pop culture news outlet Small Screen in November of 2020 positively asserted that Disney and 20th Century Studios were currently working on an Alita Battle Angel prequel series which will be made for Disney+. However, Small Screen also noted that their source had confirmed to them that it was unclear whether Rodriguez will direct any episodes. But the thing is that he's here basically quoting that a sequel would be the way to go, which makes sense. Now look, ultimately, what do you think? Because Alita Battle Angel was one of those weird films that loads of people really liked it, but I don't think a lot of people went to the movie theatre to actually see it. And because of that, maybe it's got a bad rap, I don't know. Or maybe it was because of her big bug eyes that were there at the start, but then they shrunk them down a little bit. I really liked it. I gave it a great review. I had a good time with this film. I thought the actress was fantastic. It is Rosa Salazar. She was incredible. It was a really strong film, I thought. Didn't deserve anywhere near the bad rap that it got. And I thought it was one of those films that's quite earnest. You know, it was like an earnest love story, you know, sort of fight the power sort of situation as well. But it didn't scream ham-fisted in your face. It was just a good family film. A bit like Sonic. Sonic was a very earnest film with good, strong sort of values and things like that. This was very similar to, you know, in that regard anyway. I'd love to see a sequel. I wouldn't want to see a prequel. I really wouldn't want to see a prequel. But therein lies the difficulty, isn't it? Is that if they're going to do this, which sounds like there's the potential, is you've got to get Rosa back. And there's a lot of money involved in motion capture. And whether motion capture, because I don't know if this is a thing yet, but does the motion capture stuff work with the virtual sets that they do or not? Because I genuinely don't know whether you can have an individual walking through those sets attempting to do motion capture when they're capturing live the surroundings. That I have no idea about. If anyone does know, I'd love to hear it, but I don't know whether that's been explored yet. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, because that'll be the clincher on whether this is actually something which can be, a financial viability. So let me know your thoughts on this down below. I'd love to see it. I'll be all game for this, and it does sound like there's the potential here. So let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.